Hey, so if you've ever struggled to get your adult autistic child's fruits and vegetables into them on a daily basis, well, I got you on this one. Let's get into it. Hey, my name is Ben Blackman. This is the After Us Project. And okay, so, we all know that our adult kids are, autistic adult kids are different from each other, right? Like some will do some things and some won't, and we all know that. And so you might have one that's picky about, colors or textures or whatever it is, smells. I mean, we know that all those things are an issue. But I'm going to tell you what I've been doing. And I don't know if this will work for you. I'm just telling you what I've been doing. And I'm not going to get into, why all this stuff is so important because, and I'm not talking about a cure for, making symptoms better or anything like that or help making symptoms better. I'm just talking to you about general, things that we all know about getting fruits and vegetables into our body because we know that's helpful. It's helpful to every person. And, this doesn't solve the issue. You'll have to, customize it for gut issues and so forth. It won't fix, everything for everybody. But some days, when Evan was younger, way younger actually, because I've been doing this a really long time, he wouldn't even eat a single vegetable, right? I mean, that would be a miracle to get one into him. But now he gets the equivalent of maybe 10 to 20 servings a day, and really you can't get enough fruits and vegetables into you. That's just my belief. That's how I feel about it, and I want to talk to you what I did to make that happen. Now, real quick, if you're trying to figure out what works for your adult autistic child, not just theory, but practical stuff in real life, then please go ahead and subscribe. I'm just going to share some of the things that I've done, and not saying it'll work for you, just what I do. Okay, all right. I did make all these notes, by the way, about why nutrition matters, why getting fruits and vegetables are in, but I think we know that. And, there's just so much stuff out there about it that I don't think I need to rehash any of it. But I did know that I had to find a way that would make this work, even though it may not be perfect. So, all right, here's what I did. So every day I make kale smoothies. Now, the good news it was good news for me is I have a Vitamix, but you could do this even if you don't have a Vitamix. But I make a kale smoothie. So I cram in probably 20 to 30% kale, and the rest of it's like pineapple and apples and stuff like that. Now I could do the reverse, right? And the goal actually, and I have leaned more on the kale side, where now it's probably more like 60-40, 60% kale, 40% fruit, but it just depends. But initially I wanted to make it more on the sweeter side to get him kind of used to it. And I would cram those in there, cram all that kale and stuff in there. Put a little bit of ice. Don't make it too cold because the way that I give this to him, it would, give you brain freeze if you do make it too cold. So I didn't want to do that. So I cram that in there every day, and I make it. And then, in order to get him to drink it, I use the secret weapon, which I don't know if I came up with it or I heard about it, but either way, I started ordering these. It's this. Now, you may not be able to see that, and I'm going to take it out of the package real quick, but it's a 2-ounce syringe. It's what they call an irrigation syringe, I think. This one's called the Care Touch catheter tip disposable syringe with cover. So I've heard it called different things. I'm not, a doctor or anything, so I don't know exactly, but it's this right here. So I would just put this, and I just, take that off. I put that in the glass. There you go. And I'm like, here, buddy. And in the beginning, I would kind of push it in for him, right? But later on, now he does it himself. And he'll just drink it without it. Like, he doesn't even have to have this anymore. I just have these around just in case. So I bought a big box of them. It wasn't that expensive. And I keep those, in case I just need to give it to him. So now I know he's getting in his fruits and vegetables. So, I could worry about, okay, is he getting extra plastic in, because of this? And there's so many things that I could, say, well, is he consuming it too fast? Because really, if you consume fruits and vegetables, especially fruit, that fast, it'll spike your blood sugar a little bit and stuff like that. But I'm thinking, this is not a perfect world, okay? I'm just doing the best that I can, and I'm doing it in a way that I think that works. Now, the good news is he will eat some vegetables and stuff, sitting at the table, just eating normal, that kind of thing, which is great. But now, every day, I know he's getting that in there, and I know it's helpful to him. So just to kind of recap that, I use a Vitamix, I use the catheter tip, and the catheter 2 ounce syringe thing, and kale, pineapple, sometimes some flaxseed, strawberries. It just depends. I'll vary it up a little bit, and that's it. And it makes enough for him to how much I make. I mean, I make enough for it to last a couple of days, so I don't have to necessarily do it every day, but it works. All right. I hope that was helpful a little bit. I hope that made sense too. And, if you like this, again, please go ahead and subscribe, and I'll catch y'all next time.